Hello everyone, in this video you are going to learn more about literature review. So what is literature review? Literature review is a written summary of articles or books or documents that describe the past and the current status of information of the topic that you are going to study or you are going to conduct the research. And then it's usually organized into subtopics and documents that need for a proposed study. It is in a rigorous form of research because it mainly contains research reported in articles published in journals. And its sources actually can come from conference papers, books, or governance documents. Why it's very important to conduct literature review? Because first is to see whether your own study adds to the existing knowledge or the body of knowledge or not. If it doesn't, then it's not a worth it one to be studied. And the second is to provide evidence that people as well as related stakeholders need your own study. And the last is to see how the researcher may conduct their research, and you can use that as a model, especially for, let's say, the method of analysis or the method of the research, that you might use that for your own study if you find that it is quite similar to your own study, or you want to use different method although with the same topic. For different approaches, either quantitative or qualitative, literature review plays different roles. For quantitative, it plays substantial roles because first is to justify the importance of your own research problem. So by stating your research problem, you need to show the evidence that it becomes the problem that has been acknowledged by the other scholars. And the second is to provide the rationale for the direction of the study. Because once it shows in the research problem, it might also come to the how it's shape your purpose of the study, and then how to shape the hypothesis as well as research questions. The last one is to confirm or disconfirm the prior prediction from the literature. So after conducting your own research and see the result, you might compare that with the result from the previous studies. Either it confirms the result yields the same result, or it's different or against the result from the previous studies. So if you notice here, the role of the literature review plays significant role from the beginning, stating the research problem until come to the discussion of the result of the analysis and come to the implication or, let's say, suggestion. Meanwhile, for qualitative studies, the role of literature review is not as major as in a quantitative. It might be minimal to allow the view of the participant without being constrained by the views of others from the literature. So it's important, yes, to justify or to document the needs for the study and support or modify existing knowledge, but it keeps minimum to avoid the influence of the previous study that might shape the researcher in interpreting the result or the data from the participants, in order to avoid the bias issue here. Now, how to conduct a literature review? There are many kinds of the software that can be used to help you here, but please keep in mind and that the main task here will be carried out by you alone using your own mind using your brain. The machine or the software might help you, but they can't read and summarize and synthesize and jot down important points and then rewrite that. It's you who will do that. You might use different software to help you, such as Mendeley Desktop, Zotero, EndNote, or let's say uh, free mind free mind map to visualize your ideas. But it's you who will read and will make note and then to connect the different ideas, to synthesize that and then to rewrite that, to paraphrase that, and to evaluate that, to compare different concepts. So first of all, when you want to conduct literature review, you need to identify the right key terms. For example, if you want to search for, let's say, uh, vocabulary, you want to see how vocabulary influence students' grade, then you might type the keywords not only vocabulary in, let's say, Google Scholars or in others database, but you might also type the word, for example, lexical coverage is the synonym of the vocabulary. Or you might use, let's say, uh, basics lexical words to help you to come to the right article and to help you to not miss the right article. Once you got the right key terms, and then you might locate the literature review from the different databases. The ones that I mentioned, Google Scholars is a free one, but if you want a better quality of the articles for literature, then you might need to be a member of National Library of Indonesia, and then you can access e-journal there, the one that need to be paid, but you can access for free. And then you can download that systematically, and then you can use that, like for example, in an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can read and evaluate and critically choose which one is the relevant one and which one should be deleted or should be taken out. Um, to do that, you need to use your own skill, the reading skill as well as the writing skill. And to organize what you have already collect, it's really helpful to use the one that I mentioned, like EndNote or Mendeley Desktop, to download all and keep that. And then once you need that, you just read that, and then you highlight, you take notes, and then you save that. And then if you once in the writing process you remember or you need to see the concept in a more detail, well, you can directly come back again to the article that you read and then recheck again and go back again to your own writing. Remember that to write and to use that for your own research, you have to follow the standard either APA or MLA. By using those software, for example, EndNote, Mendeley, or Zotero, the machine will do it for you to cite that and then to provide the list of the references in the end of your report or in the end of your article. So these are the way how to conduct a literature review. Remember that you need to use your skill in reading and writing to help you read quickly, to allocate the relevant sources, and to paraphrase, to summarize those articles into your own original work of research. Thank you for your attention. Good luck with your work.